just woke up, so excuse the voice, but even though it slows down farming in the winter around here, that doesn't mean that there isn't still work to be done, even though it's minus 38, which would be what? Minus 36-ish Fahrenheit? Take a look at this. I kid you not. There we go. Minus 38 Celsius, minus 36.7 Fahrenheit, and we're on our way to the farm. I'm going to join Thomas today for hauling some grain. It's not something I'm usually involved in, so we're going to be taking a trip to high level. We're going to do 4 loads today.
Well, Neil's going to be doing 2, hopefully, and we'll do 2.
So one of the brothers is hauling today, so he'll probably take 2 loads, and then we'll load up and take another 2 loads for the 2 of us. So, you ever wonder what farm life is like in northern Alberta? I'm Jessica, meet my husband Thomas, and our dog Ellie, and we'll take you through a day in our lives. Let's go! Alright, so first things first, when we get to the farm, Thomas is putting my car in the shop because where we live, we have plug-ins on our cars to what's called block heaters. And does it keep the oil warm?
It circulates the motor.
It circulates the motor. I'm not exactly sure what it does.
Some of them warm the oil, some of them warm the antifreeze. Some of them just, circulates the antifreeze. Keeps the motor warm.
So that's what the block heater does on northern / cold weather cars. So it actually gets cold enough here that cord will break off of your car. Thomas is putting my car in the barn or garage so that he can replace that later. Hello, honey. Good morning. Good morning. Don't knock my tea over. You'll be in the doghouse. Good morning, welcoming committee. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. All right, so Brother Neil is already gone in our blue truck. I can't remember what it's called. This is the Freightliner. I can't remember what the blue one is. So here we go. We're all loaded from yesterday. The boys like doing that the night before they come out and load up the trucks, and then you can just head out first thing in the morning. So I want to say first thing in the morning, but it's actually 10 o'clock and we're just getting daylight. So Thomas is going to run through, he's going to check all the tires, he's going to make sure all of the hoppers are closed on the bottom, make sure all of the tarps are over the top, because it's illegal to haul like dirt and grains, and I can't remember what they call it, without a tarp on. Stuff that can blow out on the highway. So he's going to check that over and we're going to jump in the truck. Always on his phone, even when he's supposed to be shifting. And there's a stop sign coming up. Thursday, the 30th.
Perk's living in the north, called Mayo.
Today with this load of grain. Thomas, what are we hauling today?
So today we got one of our last couple loads of wheat left to go to the elevator. We've been hauling pretty much legal loads, 63.5 kilograms, or 63,500 kilograms, roughly 1,600 bushels of wheat, or 43,000 kilograms of wheat per trip from our farm to the elevator. We hauled, this will be load 12 or 13 or 15. That'll fill our existing contract with the local Richardson Pioneer elevator. Yeah.
How many bushels total did you haul the Richardson? Or what is your contract for Richardson?
I think we had 50,000 bushels a week contracted roughly, something like that. And we should have a couple of extra loads.
What's the market for wheat right now?
Oh man, everything's been ridiculous this year. Even like wheat, flax, barley, even the feed grains, feed peas, feed barley, everything is through the roof. Canola's hitting prices we've never seen. Yeah, no, we've got very good prices for all our crops this year, which has really been a blessing considering the year, I guess. Good morning.
Did you have company with you?
I do.
Hello?
Funny little thing picked up on the side of the road 6 feet, but
Coming in at 5'2".
Oh, he's generous. He thinks I'm 5'2". Give me the radio. Neil, I appreciate that you think I'm 5'2". You just made my day.
that's it, brother. He can still.
So one of the benefits of having multiple people on your farm roster hauling grain is that once in a while you get to meet them on the road and your radio is in service for, 10 seconds that you can have a little chatter back and forth. So this is our radio right here and up there. And because we live where we have no cell phone service, you need radios to communicate. Also, it's just way faster than always calling someone on the phone, dialing up their number, and say you're calling out for dinner plans, you're calling out for a load to come in, something like that, then everybody on your channel can hear you. So at home, Mom can hear that Neil is now headed back to the yard and maybe she'll have lunch ready for him or a snack or a coffee refill, something like that. Or if our other brother Mark was working with us, he would hear that and he would be able to, maybe go fire up an auger or move some trucks around, just get the yard ready. It's just a much faster way of communicating and inclusive so everybody can hear at the same time. So that's our radio chatter, and you'll hear a lot of it whether we're in the combines, whether we're in the trucks, or whether we're prepping lunch in the house. You'll always hear a little radio chatter. Why don't you drive faster so it doesn't take us all day?
Well, usually I'd probably be like another 5 kilometers an hour faster, but that's about all this truck will do. We're following the log truck, so I don't have enough power to pass it.
What do you mean you don't have enough power to pass them?
This old girl, the old 3406, she's just happy to hang out and make her trip back and forth.
At what, 75 kilometers an hour?
Oh no, we're doing 80.
We're doing 80.
90.
Oh, she stretched right out. Is your foot to the floor? Almost.
Pretty much.
We're almost to town anyway. Alright, so we've been following this guy for a little while. And because it's, gonna be an hour-long drive to high level, I might as well tell you about a different industry that we have up here that is quite large, for lack of a better word. Living in the middle of the forest, of course, we're going to have tons of logging industry around us, which is pretty cool. It can also be a little bit scary driving on the road with these log trucks. So here we go. Let's take a look at this guy. So this is a logging truck that we're following. It's a little hard to see because we can't get super close. And if I zoom in, we just get real rough and bouncy. But we're gonna follow him all the way to high level because 2 of our big sawmills are in high level that are in our region. And then we have a few more big sawmills in La Crete, which is to the south, and we're headed kind of northwest right now. Well, mostly west, but a little bit north. The 2 major sawmills that we have in high level are Norbord and Tolko. And
Not Norbord anymore, West Fraser.
oh,
West Fraser.
Oh, Norbord's West Fraser. That's right. I keep forgetting that.
And that's a OSB mill.
And that's an OSB mill, not technically a lumber mill. Because Tolko will be the lumber mill, and Norbord, which is now West Fraser, is OSB. And that's all of the wood chips and the sheets of plywood that aren't actually plywood. They're OSB layers. And where would this truck be headed?
Looks like he's got on Aspen, so he'll be heading to West Fraser.
What's that? Where's he headed?
This truck is loaded with aspen or poplar trees, it looks like. So he'll be headed to West Fraser because that's what they use to make their chips, to make their OSB boards. The lumber mill uses strictly spruce trees, coniferous.
I'm glad he knows that much because I wouldn't have been able to tell you that. So in our previous videos, you can see where we are breaking land using like the big cat, and then we have to burn some of the scrub too. But these are some of the companies that come in that we hire out to maybe do some select logging or clear cutting for to take to the mill. So that would be something that our place would be eligible for with the amount of poplar that we have in. And Norwood would be one of the places that would take it. The windows are so dirty. But here we go. Here's all of the cars that we're filling, which is awesome. It's awesome to see they have all these cars. Here's the new Richardson Pioneer elevator in town. So they used to be on the other side of town, and their loading system is completely different. There's a green tester probe way at the far end here that tests your truck before you even get in the elevator, which is a huge improvement. It speeds up your unloading time like crazy. I don't even think, do you have to go in the elevator? Like, do you have to?
Paperwork.
So the only thing you have to go into the elevator for is now to get paperwork. You don't have to go in with your samples and wait, and it's been a huge bonus to the farmers of this area. So we're going to walk through. I'm going to try and video this. We'll see if my phone freezes up or not. Hopefully it'll stay thawed long enough to give you an idea of what we do and what this process looks like. Alright, so I'm all bundled up now because I'm going to try video this for everyone. It's almost minus 40 here at high level, which is same as in Fahrenheit, almost minus 40. And I'm going to get out. We're just pulling up to Richardson Pioneer. So Richardson Pioneer is the new, what do you call it? Elevator? Okay, it's a new elevator in town. And I mean, they've always been in town, but the elevator we're at is new. They just reconstructed it over the last, what's that?
They got their cars.
Over the last 2 years. So here's the truck entrance on the east side, and here is the probe right here. So that part goes over into your truck and samples your green before you actually get to the terminal. So Tom's is gonna jump out and he's going to talk to the elevator. So this is the probe, and what it does is it goes down in your green and it samples from the center of your tank load. And because this is all electronic and it's all done before you get to the actual, sorry, I'm really cold. Before you get to the actually unload, they can already tell if your sample is what they're looking for. So I'm pretty sure they do a moisture test, and I'm not sure if they do a test to see how clean your grain is. I have to double check what all the components are that this tests. So it takes a sample from each hopper, so it just pulled from the first hopper, and now it's pulling from the second hopper, and then Thomas is gonna pull forward, and we're gonna try not to fall off the truck. And here it'll go, load and sample, hopper 3. That might be hopper 4. And now he's sampling hopper 3. And now we're off to the terminal. So hopefully we don't get in trouble for doing this. Hopefully we don't get in trouble. But here we go. This is the terminal, and below us is a full great screen. I'm cold. I'm freezing. Minus 40, and I got bare hands filming for you guys so you know what we're doing up here. I wish that I could tell you how cold it was. You would get the full experience. All right, so the offices are down below here, and underneath of the tire center of the truck, there's a grading system, a screen, and you open up all the hoppers. Whew, I can't even think, I'm so cold. So Thomas is gonna go in the office, he's gonna clear his paperwork with everybody, and we're just gonna let these unload. So once Thomas's paperwork is cleared, he goes through and he starts unloading. And when it's minus 40, despite being a brand new elevator at minus 40, you still gotta let the belts and everything warm up because we don't have a steady flow of traffic. So usually out the back here, there would already be a lineup of trucks out here ready to go. But we're the only ones so far. So here's that grading or screening. So this is the screening that you unload onto, and the screening goes the whole length of the entire truck. So you don't have to move your truck. You don't have to move your truck every single time you want to unload. So there we go, second hopper. Now he's gonna come and open the third hopper. This one. And when you can open them this full, he's only opening them half just because all of the belts and stuff are still a little whiny when it's minus 40. We're just gonna let her run it at half full here. And as it's unloading, you can see the poundage. You can see the poundage coming down on the scale in the far corner. Thomas down here monkeying around with the airbags. Just playing farmer today. This is a nice clean wheat. fourth hopper. And then once that fourth hopper is done, we'll pull up this tarp and head back to the farm for another load. Neil gets first load of the day, and we have second load of the day. All right, off to the farm.